So tomorrow we are getting a $600 paint job on this guy right here. We have gone ahead and got it prepped as best as we can for the shop. Side marker's gone, license plate frame is out, got the wrap off the roof, side markers, just like everything so that when we drop it off, it gets the most surface area done. Basically this shop, all they do is they sand it down just for adhesion. They don't like remove or go down to bare metal. They just sand it for adhesion and pretty much just paint over that. Tomorrow morning we take it to them. We got the quote on Friday for about $680 to paint this thing blue. Okay, so it has been a few days since we got the car back. It is the weekend now. We picked it up on Wednesday. In total, it just took them a week from drop off to pick up. And, you know, from a distance, everything looks pretty solid. The color is beautiful. It has a nice sparkle to it for the metallic. I'll go over it in detail. Obviously, once you get up close, you're going to find plenty of issues. We can start with some of the issues. We'll go from front to back, I guess. First, you'll see all over, you do have little specks, like right there. So they didn't do a perfect job at laying down a perfectly flat coat. Unfortunately, considering this is a metallic paint, I don't think I can really go and wet sand this. From what I understand, if I wet sand this, it would ruin it, the flake. So I'm probably just gonna have to wax or ceramic coat directly over this. As you saw in the video, I did have these painted separately. So from what I can tell, they actually, all the stuff I had them paint separately, they did not sand. So you can see, it's more visible in the front plate cover, which isn't on there right now. I'll put it on in a bit. But you can just tell that they didn't sand any of the like external parts that I removed, which is unfortunate, but all in all, everything is decent enough for the price I paid. Some of the worst spots here are up on the roof. You can see where they masked it off. Like that's actually tape right there. They didn't quite get in there, or they had the tape covering it. So they sent me home with some touch-up paint in a little bottle, so I can use it just to get these edges. All in all, I mean, you will notice, like, oh, here for example, I didn't even notice they happened to cut. Yeah, they happened to cut in here a bit, which isn't so great. I have this weird wrap on here. I'm probably gonna take it off, but especially now, considering they cut into it on accident. So, you know, little mistakes do happen. Overspray, there's a bit right here. So you will get the overspray in spots. All in all, they did a pretty great job though. I was surprised, I completely forgot about in here, but it seems like they covered them really great. It's a little bit down there. If we go over to the other side, I think this side actually still has some of the masking in it. You can feel it's like tacky. I'm not super sure what's going on there. Or maybe they did spray some base coat on there on accident. But it's not the end of the world. Let's see. Oh, there's definitely, like I said, there's a few spots that they've gotten up under it. So like this is really unfortunate. So that's just gonna kind of stay there. If I took that out, it'd just leave a giant spot. So otherwise, they did a really decent job all through here. Masking and everything. You know, obviously for the price they're paid, they're not gonna do a whole lot of masking, but given that price, they did a really good job. There's almost no overspray on like any of the windows or anything. It's just a little bit here and there on, like I said, the rubber, like right there, you know, there's a little bit. Oh, this one's a rough one right here. They got a little bug in the paint. One of the few things that I did not remove prior to dropping it off was my fog lights. And that's partially because I don't care, but they did spray right over them. They didn't seem to really get any overspray on my exhaust. Did a good job at masking that off. They did an overall really great job at not getting any overspray up in this area on the front. If we look inside the engine bay though, you will notice some overspray. You can see it along here, along there. For this price, I did not have them paint the door jambs, although I do believe that's an upgrade you can pay them for. But that's pretty much what you can expect with this. You'll get a few little odd chunks here and there. You know, the pretty much typical paint issues. But all in all, this thing looks fantastic.